Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Here we go. Here we go.
A first down throw for Cousins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 21, it's second and 10.
Slam.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Receiver. 59 Mike. Check.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All day, dog. Check.
Play action now. Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
Let's go one more. Alert flare. Where's your hot?
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's got Rodgers. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
Check.
Back to the ground, Cook. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Luck gets this one to Joshua Perkins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hey, that's good. That's good.
It's caught by Funchess. A gain of 6 there on first.
No chance.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Vikings' 49-yard line.
Check out. Line 40. I don't even know why this team showed up.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Hey, check out.
On 1st down, it's Long. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Check out. Ready. Touchdown defense.
Now it's Luck off the bootleg. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Luck. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback. that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
After the sack on first down, Luck. That's complete to Robinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run here with Mack. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right, Greg. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we are tied at 7. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up second and a yard. That's a 32-yard line.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play.
Hey, we got 4 down.
On second down, it's Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another first and 10.
Under 10.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A run by Mack to start the drive. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
He's checking. Crash. Let's go, Mexico.
On 2nd down, it's Ware. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready. Right 54. And we're pretty quiet, Dean. We're pretty quiet.
Here's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Check four.
Following the interception, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Jahai, 180. 59. Mike the 59. Get the ball. Check 24.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll let their wide receiver take this one. It's Diggs. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 19.
Undercrush.
To throw, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Vikings 41, Colts 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's locked. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Colts.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Back to the air, Luck on 2nd down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Check 26, check 26.
They start the drive with Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Check right, check right.
Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
We're going. We're going. Let's go.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Now Cousins. That's caught. It's Eli Rogers. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now here's a screen play left side. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On second down now, it's Cook. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
We got 4.
On third down, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. First down, here's the run with Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
So don't say nothing.
Cousins. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Cousins now. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo. 4 down, 4 down.
Hey, check.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
A shotgun snap for Locke. Funches has it complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Locke. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Monday.
Throwing is Locke. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And Locke will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Mike's 59.
You draw Corker.
Big edge.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
The 16-yard line.
The high. 180.
59. Tackles.
Watch the safety creep.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins flushed. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Love. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. And that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Luck now, 9 of 17 through the air.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Luck. Rodgers brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck under pressure again, and down he goes again.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Cousins now from the 50. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or, even worse, an interception.
At the 49-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
I got him. Check 31, check 31.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins got it complete to Rodgers. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
What's that?
Cook following the penalty. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag, motion, block.
A first throw for the backup Griffin. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they got the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
33. Colts 10.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Luck. He's got a man, complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On the draw, Luck's going to give this to Matt. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They come out here in the eye.
Here we go. Here we go.
Luck going to keep it on the sneak. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Andrew Luck. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. So now Luck is going to bring the Colts up here to go for the 2-point try.
Get in the weight room.
After the run, Luck going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4.
D-line, get that quarterback.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Again, it's Cook. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Hey, turn it up.
Here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. He's at the 30, 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. On 1st down, it's Long. He completes this one to Mack. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing again on second down. Luck. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Line 40!
Mike. It's our field. It's our field.
On 1st and 10, Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Luck. It's caught by Funchess. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Locke. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Check out! Line 40!
They gonna need some therapy after this. Switch!
12.
From the red zone now, Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
At the 12-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Luck gives this one off to Mack. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll run it with Mack, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go! Let's go!
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. On the ground, it's Cook. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, boom. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Vikings on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
To throw is RG3. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. The Colts going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. Here's Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Luck. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's caught inside the 25. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run here with Mack, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Jahan, what I need? Mike is 59. Mike the 59. The run.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The tackle made by Derek Kindred.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Minnesota, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Colts, They go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they